Hey, what's up my friends? There are two crucial things that I think you need to know about this ice maker before you spend your money on it. I'm gonna talk about those two things in just a second, but first, let's go over some of the features and what it's like to actually use this ice maker. I'm also gonna show you how long it actually takes to make the ice and how loud it is. Now on the surface, this is a very simple machine. It's a one button push, does one thing, and it does it really, really well. But there are some intricacies when it comes to maintenance and cleaning that you need to understand because it's not as straightforward. So just anatomically here on the front, you have the power button. One single push of this power button is gonna start the ice making process. Holding it down for 5 seconds is going to initiate the cleaning, self-automatic cleaning process that I'm gonna talk about in just a second. Now this right here is your ice store. This is where you retrieve the ice. This is your container that holds the ice. So the ice dumps out of this little chute right here and into this container. One of the nice things, you can see the size here, it's not real big, so it doesn't make a ton of ice. So I'm gonna tell you how we get around that in just a second. But first you can see as the ice starts to melt, if it does, it'll leak down through these holes and go back into the water reservoir right here. And that's removable, cleanable, dishwashable, dishwasher safe, all of that sort of stuff. It's easy to place in and take out. All right, so you also have the backside door, and we're gonna talk more about this in cleaning and maintenance. But in order to, it's a little bit difficult, but in order to get this backside door off, you have to pull up on the clear door. See, it's a little bit challenging. It feels like you're gonna break it. I haven't broken it yet. I just pull on it. But this gives you access to the secondary water reservoir right here that fills up when it's actually making, it measures the water, fills it up, makes the ice, dumps it in, and then fills it back up. And that's the amount of water it uses for each batch of ice that it puts through. This is going to need to be cleaned the same way that the rest of the unit's going to be cleaned. And again, we'll talk about that in just a second. Other physical things is you have the exhaust fan here, or sorry, the intake here. You do not want to cover this. You want to make sure that this is free so nothing's blocking it, as well as the exhaust back here. So when you put it on your countertop, you don't want to push it right up against the back of the countertop or anything like that. The cord is exceptionally long for an appliance like this, which I really appreciate because I'm not always going to have it right next to an outlet. So it's about 6 feet long, so you want to plan accordingly to wherever you're going to want to use that. Okay, so when we're filling this thing up, you just prop this door open. It stays open by itself. Pull out the ice container here, and there's a max fill line right here in the reservoir. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you don't want to fill past that line because then your water is going to seep up into your ice container. So we're just going to take water from the tap, pour it in. Now it holds a good amount of water. It's going to hold the amount of water in the reservoir that it can actually hold of ice in the container. So once we have that filled to the max fill line, we just pop this baby back in, close the door, and then we want to plug it in. I always unplug it when I'm filling it with water just because, I don't know, I'm crazy like that. And I don't want to mix water with electricity. The button is illuminated red. All I have to do is just press that button and it goes to action. And I'm gonna start a timer to let you know how long it takes for ice to start to come through. Also, while it's running, I wanna let you know that the max decibels, while it's running at its max, is 60.5 decibels. That's incredibly quiet when you think about it in relationship to other appliances. So this is barely even noticeable in the background, kind of like a refrigerator kicking on. All right, so the ice cubes are just starting to come in. It's been 11 minutes and 45 seconds to get it started. And then it's gonna take about another 40 to 50 minutes to actually fill up the ice container. Now what we do is, because this is such a small amount, of course, you would just, a couple drinks and that ice would be gone. What we like to do is, like on the weekend or Saturday, is we like to run this all day long and just put this ice in a bag and in the freezer so that we have this pebble ice on demand anytime we want to. And we find that running it for a day or so, just refilling it, letting it run, refilling it, putting it in the freezer, supplies us with enough ice for the week that we want to have in our drinks. I want to show you the cubes that it makes. It makes these nice little square little cubes, but they are a little bit brittle. They're like the pebble ice that's really chewable. and we really love this size of ice in our drinks. So I mentioned cleaning and maintenance being a big deal. So when you're not using it, when you're done, you want to take any of this ice that's left over or any of the water or moisture, get that out of there and clean out this container right here. Then what you want to do somewhat frequently is take some white vinegar, dilute it with water, half and half vinegar, half water, put it in the reservoir, take off your back cap here. Then to initiate the cleaning process, you're going to hold the button down for 5 seconds. And it's going to blink white. When it's blinking white, it's going through the cleaning process. It's running that vinegar water through. It's descaling all the parts, and it's going to automatically clean the entire unit. Now, when you're done cleaning, you're going to obviously empty out all the vinegar water, but then you're going to want to put fresh water in it and run it through it again. Do the cleaning process with just fresh water because we want to get all that vinegar out of the machine before we freeze our next batch of ice. 2 things I forgot to mention on feature here is you do have an ice full light. So this is illuminate when the ice reservoir is full. And then you have an add water indicator right here. That's going to let you know when your water is gone inside your reservoir. So it just gives you some information there. All right, my friends, I hope this video has been helpful in deciding whether or not this is the right ice maker for you. We've absolutely loved it. If you grab one for yourself, I hope you love it as much as we do. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.